So when you were 11, talk about your filmmaking rise from that point. What did you...
My meteoric rise. When I was 11, I just started. At some point around 10 or 11, I realized that there were these people called directors and writers that really did the stuff. I think my parents were big into Hitchcock and Kubrick, and they would watch these documentaries about them on our PBS station. And Spielberg sort of entered the national consciousness around that time. It was right before Raiders of the Lost Ark. And so there were all these things. Oh, this director, young kid director who's got all these, the biggest movies of all time, Jaws and Close Encounters are his. And now he's working with George Lucas, the other big guy. And so there's all this awareness. And I think at that point I started thinking, oh, well, obviously they do all the stuff. They come up with the story and they create the feel and work with the actors and do these things. And so I remember picking up a camera, and we already had a Super 8 camera. My parents had been putting me in some movies that I acted in. Horrible stuff. I picked it up and I started learning how to make movies. And my parents didn't educate me. It was complete ground up education. Like I would see Spielberg movies and I'd see these great dolly in to face shots. I'm like, I want to do that. I didn't realize they were moving the camera. I thought they were just zooming in. So I tried zooming and I could never get the zoom to look right. And one day I moved the camera forward, and then when I looked at the footage, I was like, oh, well, that's the move. So literally learning, if you look at my early stuff, it's almost like the evolution of silent cinema. Like it's all wide shots and silent. And then we very slowly begin to discover the medium shot and the close-up and editing and moving the camera. And then my parents bought me a sound camera when I was 16, so suddenly there was sound. And then it was almost like the history of cinema replayed through this stupid kid. So I learned everything, ground up.